This is Arabella and this is Albie, and I'm just in love. Okay, hi. Wow, excuse the state of me, but I feel like freshly postpartum is a perfect excuse to come on looking like this. I'm just gonna talk through my whole labour experience. Oh wait, it's not a labour experience, I didn't go into labour. My whole birth experience. Quick rundown. Diagnosed in my 3rd trimester with intrahepatic cholestasis and then later on preeclampsia. As well as that, Arabella was measuring below the 1st centile. Really wanted to have a natural birth. I didn't want a planned C-section. But with all these given factors, eventually I had to give in because it was just the safest option for everyone. So that's all fine. And that being said, I was booked in for Thursday, the 30th of July. So I was given an afternoon appointment, which meant that I went in at 11 a.m. and I was told to not eat from 5 a.m. onwards. I mean, obviously I wasn't up, so I didn't eat. And I just thought, oh, it's fine. I'm being seen at 11 a.m. Lol, was I that? It'll be fine, I'll just eat after. And we're sat in a ward with mums that have just come out of theatre and they have their newborn babies and they're being brought food and I can smell all this food and I'm just like, ah. Bear in mind, I'm 30, but nearly 37 weeks pregnant with twins, starving. Hello, that was pure torture. And then Cam goes, oh, I'm just gonna pop to the shop to get snacks for when it's all done and you can eat. And I was like, okay. So he goes to the shop, comes back, starts showing me all the snacks he's bought. At this point, I'm beside myself. I'm so hungry. I've not eaten since dinner, like 7 p.m. the night before. It's now about 3 p.m. He shows me a cheese and onion sandwich and that's like one of my vices, okay? Leave me alone. I'm like, oh, give it here. I'm gonna have a couple bites. And he was like, you're not allowed. I said, oh yeah, the nurse came around and said I could have like a little snack. It's fine. Thinking that he would fully know that I'm chatting shit. Anyway, proceeds to give me the sandwich. I'm not gonna say no. So then I tuck into this sandwich and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. Into like the 3rd bite of this sandwich, the anaesthetist walks into the curtain. The look she had on her face, it was like I just killed someone. I was like trying to wipe my mouth. She was like, I need to go speak to the surgeon. I don't think we can do your C-section today now. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I thought she was joking at first. When she hadn't come back for a couple hours, I realised she wasn't joking. Bearing in mind, when she'd left, she said, don't eat anymore because if the surgeon says it's okay, then we'll do you as soon as we can. So I said to Cam, they were punishing me, leaving me sat there for another 2 hours, starving. Come back round and they say, yeah, I'm really sorry, we can't do a C-section today. I really thought Cam was gonna leave me. Like he was so, not angry, just disappointed, you know? And he was like, why couldn't you just hold off eating? He's like, why did you lie to me? The doctor who was meant to be performing the surgery, the C-section, he came around to see me and he said, we're gonna try and squeeze you in tomorrow. There's no guarantee, but you're better off staying here the night so that if we can squeeze you in, it'll be first thing in the morning. So Friday morning comes around and everyone, and I'm not joking when I say everyone, knows me as the cheese sandwich girl. To say that I was embarrassed is an understatement. Everyone that came into my room were like, oh, I hear that you've been here since yesterday. And I was like, and I'd openly say, I'd be like, yeah, I accidentally ate a cheese sandwich. And they'll be like, I know. And as they got to the point where I was like, oh my God, does everyone know? And they were like, yeah. So yeah, cheese sandwiches are gonna haunt me for life. Even my brother was like, wow, you got to name them Brie and Cranberry now or something stupid. Having a planned C-section is crazy. It's like going to a nail appointment. It's just so chill. I think 10 a.m. comes around and we're ready to go. Cam gets his scrubs on, I get my nightie on. We take a stroll downstairs to the theatre. Vibes are good. Met the doctor about a few times now, who's lovely, and I said, you know, what I wanted. I was delayed cord clamping. I don't want them rubbed down. I don't want hats on them, and I want skin straight away. So we get into theatre. This is where I started to panic. I think I must have slight trauma from last time, because the needle, this huge needle goes in your hand, and I think that's, I don't know what that's for, but it's the spinal injection that got me. I don't know if it's a spinal block or epidural. I think it's the epidural. All these emotions came streaming back, and I was terrified of the electric shock because it was so bad last time, and I really didn't want it to happen again, and it did, and I did start to have a mini panic attack. I was losing control of my breathing, I was crying, I couldn't calm down. The anaesthetist that I had by my side the whole time, she was so lovely. She helped me so much. Obviously Cam was with me, and he was doing the most to keep me calm as well. And eventually I did start to calm down. But I'll tell you the exact moment where I completely calmed down is when I'm laid back. I could see everything in this like huge light above me in the center. Was just like a mirror. And I couldn't believe it. I could see them scrubbing my belly clean, see like my vagina. I was like, oh my God. I was like, if that stays there, I'm gonna watch this whole thing. And I was like, surely that's not gonna stay there. And then as they've done like the whole room count and about to start the operation, and they say, you know, what everyone's job roles are, I'm sitting quiet at this point because I'm like, I don't want someone to block my view. I want to watch it. So I haven't said anything to anyone. And then it's only when they started cutting me open, I went, and Cam went, you all right? And I went, yeah. I was like, I can see what's happening. And he went, oh my God. Like he started to panic to try and tell someone. I said, no. I was like, I want to see it. And I did. I watched the whole thing. I watched me get sliced open. I watched my waters break, which was crazy because it was like a tsunami. Because you can't feel anything, all you can feel is a bit of tugging. You have no idea how much strength these doctors use. They're like this, like pulling my stomach apart, putting these like metal rods in it, pulling it apart. Like it was wild. Anyway, that's what calmed me down. Like, am I a psychopath? Maybe. But I was completely chill once I could see everything that was happening. And then I could see Albie's head. I saw Albie's head and I watched him get pulled out of me. It was so surreal. So he got taken away just to get checked over. But it seemed to be taking ages. And I said to Cam, like, what's happening? And it turns out he had to have a bit of oxygen because his lungs, at the end of the day, they were preterm. I had them at 36 and 5 days. They assured me that everything was fine. And to be honest, I was quickly distracted because next thing I know, baby girl's coming out. She didn't make a sound when she came out, and I started to panic. See her, I need to see her. And they pulled the curtain down, and as soon as I saw her, she started crying. I was like, oh my God, like the relief. I cannot tell you. It's like, I was so worried about them for so long because every scan I'd get and all the monitoring sessions and all the bloods I'd had taken, it was just always a constant worry and constant anxiety. So for them to finally be born and breathing and knowing that I was going to hold them in any second, it was just magical. Albie was born at 11:03 and Arabella was born at 11:06 a.m. and they were both born to Elton John at Tiny Dancers. Can you cope? Can you cope? It was all successful, and I had them on my chest. I was watching me get stitched back up, as you do. Oh, that was it. Oh my God. So from my emergency section, my scars like dodge. And I said to the doctor, I was like, please, can you redo it? Like really neat. And she said, yeah, no worry, I've got you. Anyway, before she started, she popped her head back up the curtain and said, I'm really sorry, but your old scar's really high. She's like, I've never operated that high before. So what are you saying? She was like, I need to go lower. I was like, so what you're saying is I'm gonna have 2 scars? And she went, yeah. And she weren't lying. she was not lying, because mum pouch that I don't think is gonna go. You know what? Whatever. I've got 3 beautiful children. I'm not having any more kids. Probably not gonna have any more sex. So who cares? I don't care. So get wheeled into recovery. This is the part I knew was coming, because I don't know what it is I don't react well to. If it's like morphine, the epidural, or just a combination of all the drugs. I was ferociously sick, like vomit, like the whole rest of the day. Anything I tried to eat or drink, and it was like bile. Oh, let me give you anti-sickness. Made it so much worse. It was so weird. Oh my god, I only told you their weights. Arabella was £3.7 and Albie, no, you've got his name then. And Albie was £5.6. She is so diddy. She's literally like, Albie is just a spitting image of Reggie. Oh my god, like I've got side-by-side photos and it's just mental. Obviously, they want to keep us in for monitoring. And it's fine, I get that. Even though I hate staying in hospital, I hate it. I'm on constant monitoring, constant blood's been taken, so is Arabella. Albie has gotten away with no bloods at this point because he's looking fine, his weight's fine. It's just Arabella. And they're taking bloods for things like jaundice and what else? I don't remember what it was now, but she was having bloods taken every like 3 hours or 6 hours. It was really cruel, really fucking cruel. She'd have her bloods, you know, every 3 hours, and then mine wouldn't be taken at the same time. Mine would be like the opposite. So I was constantly waking, like, and it would be in the night as well. It'd be like random times, like 1 a.m, 4 a.m. So I was getting like barely any rest. Obviously have 2 newborns to look after. Breastfeeding, pumping, that's not enough. So I'm trying to formula as well. So,
hello.
Hello.
It's me, Baldy.
This is the father of my children.
Me. Shaved my head off, everyone. Shock. Still on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nice. I was just checking.
Blah, 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 blah. That's Reggie's new thing, isn't it?
Do you want anything?
From where?
The kitchen, the tap,
Oh,
the fridge, freezer.
no, thank you. I had a Magnum.
I was literally saying you want a Magnum. Okay. Are you to it?
Thanks. But is there anything I'm forgetting? I feel like I'm skimming over things. Like, so I was on constant monitoring. So was Arabella to begin with, wasn't she? I still had signs of preeclampsia, which is why they kept us in. And we were waiting for Arabella's results to come back for jaundice, wasn't it?
No, we're waiting for... I can't remember.
This is what I mean. I can't remember.
That's where it was just a blur now. We actually came home earlier than we did.
Yeah, and everyone was so shocked that Arabella didn't need to go into NICU because of how small she was. Got to Monday and me and Cam said to each other, right, if we don't get discharged today, we're discharging ourselves. Didn't we, babe?
Yeah. That's the day I had the panic attack as well. Boom!
Oh yeah, Cam had a panic attack.
Because one of the biggest panic attacks I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I thought we were going to have to stay in again. I was just like, I can't. This place is just driving me insane.
Bear in mind, we were in the suite, which we're very grateful for, but it's still like, it drives you crazy. Because I was bedbound as well. I was in so much pain. I couldn't leave. I couldn't walk.
2 babies.
2 babies, yeah. So yeah, we finally got discharged Monday night. So we wanted to get home, to see our boy, to be a family, and just to start our baby bubble because it just wasn't giving baby bubble in the hospital. We had pizza. And waking up in the morning, it was like such a beautiful slow morning with the twins, and Reggie came up to see us. But then Cam had to take Albie back into hospital for 9 a.m. That was the only terms and conditions for us leaving. They said you have to bring Albie back the next morning just to do one final jaundice test because one of his levels had spiked a little bit for the last test they did. An hour later, I had a phone call from him. Babe, you need to come back into hospital with Albie. I thought he was joking. I thought we got away with it.
And they wouldn't let me. I said to the doctor, like, can I stay in? Because I knew MJ, I just wanted them to be home. I was like, can I stay in with him? And they're like, no, technically, because we're not married yet, he's actually not like, he's not my property, essentially. It has to be mum. Mad.
And the thing is, when I was in hospital all that time, Friday to Monday, I know it doesn't seem a lot, but it is when you're in hospital. And I'm trying to breastfeed 2 babies. Like, my oxytocin was... I hadn't seen sunlight. I was being fed hospital food, which no wonder my blood pressure was high, by the way. Thought of going back into that environment, I just spiraled. I couldn't fucking believe it. Basically, his jaundice had got drastically high and they were really concerned and they said he needed treatment straight away. 1, leave Reggie again. And secondly, leave Arabella. I didn't want her coming back into hospital and I didn't want Cam leaving Reg again. So we made the decision that I'd go back into hospital on my own with Albie, knowing full well would be there a couple nights, and Cam stay home with Arabella and Reggie. And it wasn't an easy decision, let me just put that out there. But what else am I supposed to do? It was just, that was really hard. Can't lie, that was really, really hard. Incubator he was in, it's like a UV light he has to lie on. But it's not like I can cuddle him on it. Like, he has to stay in this incubator for as long as possible and I can only get him out to feed him. And he has to wear this eye mask, which covered his whole face, which he obviously hated. It was shit. It was really shit, to be honest. And I didn't have the suite this time. I did get given a private room, but it was literally, you couldn't swing a fucking cat in there. And that just got me more depressed and my milk supply went... And I've been really struggling to get it back up since, but that's another story. But yeah, being discharged and then having to go back into hospital is really, really horrible. Would not recommend. We didn't get discharged until Thursday, 9 p.m. I did a whole week in hospital, basically. A whole week. Like, what the fuck? So fast forward to Friday morning. We are waking up as one big family and it has just been so surreal. I was so worried that Reggie was gonna feel left out, was gonna feel confused and just not accept the twins and resent me. But he has been the best big brother ever. He's so sweet with them. And to begin with, when I couldn't move around because I was in pain, he was a bit like standoffish with me, but now I'm more mobile and back to my fun self. He's loving me again. And it was just like one big happy family. And yes, I'm sleep deprived. Yes, it's hard and the nights are long and the days are long. But the thing is, now, because I'm doing it a second time round, I know it's just all a phase. And it doesn't bother me. I don't care that I'm not getting any sleep because I know in 6 months' time, hopefully, I will. And to be honest, I just feel so relieved that I don't have this constant itchiness from my cholestasis. I can concentrate on getting my wounds sorted out because I'm not constantly itching now. My ankles have actually gone to a normal size. I didn't realise how swollen my legs and feet and ankle were. Like, I look like a different person. It's so funny, they have their own personalities already. Like, Albie is such a sensitive soul and the most minor inconvenience upsets him. He hates being fussed over. And then you've got Arabella, who is just the most chilled, is just the most chill baby. She's such a little darling. Like, she doesn't cry. Like, she just makes this like little cat sound when if she's been left and you don't know she's awake, she'll just go, meow, and that's it. So cute. Yeah, that's it from me. Peace out.